And if the Baylor men's basketball team didn't break you down enough on Saturday, let me introduce you to our old pal, Drake Dabney. Drake Dabney had a really good 3 seasons at Baylor that he actually played, got better each year, fought through a gruesome leg injury in October of last year, comes back in 2023 as a great season for a bad team. I mean, I think he sets the receiving yards record for a Baylor tight end. He's really a standout. He's doing it every which way. He's a good blocker as well for you football guys out there. And then he enters the transfer portal, which was not surprising to me. I had him at number 1 on my guys who are probably going to transfer list because, and I still believe this, because I think he's going to be an NFL tight end. He already has the build for it. His run blocking really improved, and he's got good hands for a tight end, and you can hit him. He's got a diverse route tree for a tight end as well. He's a true weapon all over the field at a position that's not always the case. And so I thought, okay, he's going to go to a bigger, better program, at least right now, bigger and better program, because he's going to play for his NFL draft stock. And he said bye-bye to the 3-9 Baylor Bears. And the same day he graduates from Baylor University and walks across the stage at the Farrell Center, he commits to 5-7 TCU. TCU. Arguably Baylor's best offensive player this season in just a miserable season. Graduates from Baylor, congratulations to him, and then commits to their arch rival that day to go play for Kendall Briles. Am I an old man here? Does that not rub you the wrong way? I know the kids don't buy into rivalries as much as we do as fans, but come on. You're going to graduate from Baylor and then go play at TCU? Is TCU a better program than Baylor right now? Sure, but they didn't make a bowl game. This isn't a huge leap. He's going 100 miles up the road to go 5-7? Your most hated rival? How do we expect that? We get really in depth and really involved in these rivalries, whether it be TCU or UT, or for some of you, it's Tech. And then the players go and play for those guys. So how do we expect to believe that these guys are putting in the effort and the hatred that we have into these games when they go and play for these guys? That should not happen. That just should not happen. And you as a Baylor fan are allowed to be pissed off about that. I know they're younger than you and they're kids, quote unquote. I mean, he's 22. He's not a child. You know, you don't root for him to get hurt, but it's allowed to be like, I don't like that guy anymore. And to be fair to Drake here, he is one of the guys who didn't say, I love Baylor. He didn't mention that at all in any of his, in his announcement that he's going to the transfer portal. Says he's thankful for his time here, thankful for his coaches, but is he a Baylor Bear? Does he come back and get recognized by Baylor as the legend of the game? In 2 years, do we put Bears in the NFL highlights of Drake Dabney? I don't think we can do that, man. That's as bad as it gets. For as much as we don't want to admit it as Baylor fans, if someone transfers out and goes to Texas or OU, that really sucks, but that's a better program. That's brand recognition. That's blue blood status. But now we've got guys who are leaving to go to TCU, man. That's just the ultimate just dagger, just spike in your heart. Because it's not even that much better what they had this year and what they got from Kendall Briles this year. That sucks, man. That sucks. And you are allowed to hate that. And I don't want to put it back on Dave Aranda because I give him enough, I think, deserved crap. But, like, how much pride is there in the building? How much pride is there if these kids are just going to go to get up and go to TCU? Mississippi State, that's one thing, whatever. But to go to your most hated rivals, how hated are they in this locker room? It sucks, man. It really sucks. And it might suck for him. I don't know how much that's going to get a better draft stock to go to TCU. I mean, putting guys in the pros at skill positions offensively? I don't think so. Quentin Johnston, who, look, let's give him some time before he's a bust, but he has been in the headlines all this year as having just a dismal rookie campaign for a team that's dreadful. That's it. So you're allowed to be mad at this. And maybe I'm just old man yelling at cloud. These kids don't care. But come on, man. If he was just going for a regular job and I saw that, I'd be like, that's weird. If I see someone with Duke and Carolina on their resume, I'm thinking, well, that's a loyalty issue for me. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but golly, it had to be TCU. It just had to be. Just this biting, just dagger in your heart at the end of a terrible day that your best offensive weapon's now going to go to TCU. And they'll love him there because of where they got him from. And they'll troll us, and that's deserved. And he'll probably set some sort of NCAA record the way Trey Richardson did at TCU for baseball after leaving Baylor. But that can't happen, man. That just cannot happen. Kids aren't going from Tech to TCU or vice versa. They're certainly not going from Ohio State to Michigan. They're not going from Washington to Washington State. Any kind of rivalry on any kind of level you can look at here, that's not happening. There's obviously transfers within the conference now, much more than we've ever seen. But to go to a rival school like that that rubs me the wrong way. All I can say, I hope he stays healthy. But as a Baylor fan, how can you not be angry at that? How can you not be angry at that guy? I don't know. But it's just another Baylor loss against TCU. What else is new?